Hey Johnny, we're going to continue on a little bit how this whole thing came to play with drescapes and how it led into the real estate when originally that wasn't even the original startup of it. But okay, here's what I'm going to lead into this. Now I want you to continue on in a bit more detail. Okay, initially explain to the subscribers about the differences in Western cultures and cultures in Latin American countries in the Caribbean about teachers.
Okay, the thing here is I've noticed that there is a more profound respect for teachers, especially in my field of teaching English. You know, I'm a no-holds-barred teacher. I tell parents straight, and I tell my students straight. Sorry, and a lot of, all my students' parents have been very happy with the format, and you know, they have been very, very thankful. And I'm held in a lot of big regard in Nagua, and I have some very, very affluent students, and their parents have been so happy with the quality of what their students have achieved, and they have been very helpful, and they have been doing a lot of work for me on the side, promoting my school, telling people that you should send your children to this school because this teacher really cares about their well-being and also how important it is for the community. And it's something that I've noticed is a little bit more different in the West, especially in England. I'd have to say probably 25, 30 years ago, things were a lot different. I think teachers were held in a lot more respect. And here, that still continues, especially when you're teaching English as a second language, and how many doors can that language open for a better future for the youth of this country. So it's still held in a very high regard, and parents have been very thankful to me, and they've had even shows on the radio about my school, and they've been promoting a lot, and I've been very happy, and I consider it very lucky to be held in that high regard.
And I want to continue on about a little brainstorming idea that we had. Now, many of these children's families are very predominant, well-respected, affluent people. And many of them own thousands of acres, tens of thousands of acres of land.
Yes, they do.
So again, over one of these rum nights, we're out with Leanne, and Johnny came up with this idea that we said, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I want Johnny to explain it, though.
Okay. Well, a couple of years back, you know, like Barry was saying, we were just shooting the staff, talking and that. And I said, listen, why don't I put a sign up in the school, you know, advertising, do you have any real estate and fincas or properties? And after I did that, boom, I just non-stop. Students were telling me my father has this, my mother has this, and I was going all over the place, and you know, it's been crazy, and it's getting even more crazy. You know, last week, for example, we looked at 4 fincas through 2 of my students' father in the beautiful area of Rio San Juan, and it's just brought on an abundance of properties. It's also escalated better relationships, and it's just been like a snowball picking up those. I think one of the most important things that people have to understand is the parents, they could see how much their children have learned under me, and they've told me, listen, you've done a lot for my kids, and I have things here for sale, and I just want you to know that you've done a lot for me, and if I can help you in any way. And we've been getting the best properties because of the trust factor and the confidence that has been built over the years of teaching these students. And this was something that was very important. Obviously, a lot of the children now, they're living in the capital, they've got great jobs, they've got great houses, you know, the best that life can buy, all because of English. And a lot of the families remember this, and that is how we've been able to obtain phenomenal properties because of this relationship and because of what their children have gone on to achieve.
In fact, I don't know the exact percentage, but in fact, I would say close to 85% of our properties are not even known to be for sale.
No.
They're certainly not on any public websites. And in the Dominican Republic, the folks that have substantial amounts of real estate, it's very different in many countries. Here, they don't want it publicly known that something is for sale. It's passed on between friends or family. They don't want outsiders, other families asking, why are you selling? Are you in trouble? Are you hurting financially? We call it the coconut telegraph. You guys call it the telephone. And the simple fact of it is, the best deals are done very discreetly. And I would say a high majority of our properties are not even known to be for sale, because they're actually not for sale. It's more of cutting a small section of a larger piece of land to somebody that they know. They certainly aren't interested in talking to any public real estate companies, which I found out from previously owning RE/MAX. They rather do things discreetly. So this was a valuable lesson, and it led on to what we feel is, what we know actually, without sounding too pretentious, what we know is by far the greatest selection of properties that really nobody even knows anything's for sale. And it all started by Johnny putting out a couple of signs in a couple of his classrooms, his students relaying it to mother and father showing respect. Johnny, my children would be sitting on the street next to those kids. Now they're in the capital. We got 4 grandchildren. They own a condo. He's working for the hospital. He's working for the government. What do you want? They actually came out. Johnny's being a little bit modest about it. Modesty's never been one of my traits. And they actually came out and started asking Johnny, is this not right?
Yeah.
What is it that you want? Because if it wasn't for you, my children would be sitting right there. And this gives you a little bit of a pigeonhole of how it started. We're going to follow up a little further with some properties that we have for sale. And when we say properties, we're not talking about properties where you have to buy 50, 80, 100 acres, which is not even considered big in this region. We're talking of properties from, I would say, a 1/4 acre on up to about 2 acres. We're talking ocean views, electricity, light, water,
good roads
going to them. Properties as small as, I would say, a 1/2 acre on up. Johnny, what kind of prices?
$6.50 starting at a meter.
A meter. So a square meter for all of our American friends is 10.76 square feet. If you guys start doing the math, you're going to start seeing it's a little bit under $6, a little bit under 60 cents a square foot for ocean view properties. So this is the real deal. This all evolved around initially starting to help people relocate portfolios, adjusting portfolios into different countries. Many of my subscribers can well attest to how we've helped in that direction. And a natural reoccurrence was, if we do relocate, the next logical thing that came into play was we're going to require shelter. That's how this led to the real estate end of DR Escapes. And it's like I've so often said in closing, don't try to see the entire view from the top of the staircase if you haven't even taken the first step. These 2 videos, or 3, whatever Larry breaks them up into, is a picture postcard example of what I'm trying to say. When we started DR Escapes, we had no inkling it was going to take this path. That came out on the 4th or 5th step. We were able to see that view because we climbed them one step at a time. So I am nothing more than ecstatic about being able to share everything with John and his family and welcoming him aboard full time. I either think you guys are blessed or you guys I have a lot of sympathy for, because he's quite a character. Johnny, is there anything else you want to say?
I just want to say this is a real pleasure for me to get the message out and to be a good friend of Barry, not only just friend but also working together. And it's been a blessing to meet and help so many people, and more and more people are coming. I'm here for any questions, anything you want. Just drop me an email or give me a call, or any questions. We're here to help in any way, and it's just been great. Me and my wife, you know, we love meeting different people. It's just been great, and I'm very happy to be part of this, and it's just going to get busier and more people are coming, and I'm going to be here full time shortly, so That's what I'm excited about. A lot of good things are coming.
So reach out, because all you guys, we now have dozens of subscribers that have given us permission to give people their emails. They can personally share their experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's never, ever massaged or tweaked in any way. And we hope this opens your eyes to how things are done, on how differently actually things are done. And as I always close out, till next time, this is Barry and DR.